The advisory sent out to U.S. citizens residing in and traveling to the Bahamas cites three key areas of concern: armed robberies, sexual assaults, and home invasions. It warns that while U.S. citizens do not appear to be directly targeted, over the past several weeks there has been an increase in the level of crime in areas where U.S. citizens live and frequent. Embassy officials add that criminals have become more brazen and creative in their methods. They note that there have been at least 3 armed robberies of Americans during daylight hours in heavily frequented tourist areas, most notably an armed assailant assaulting and robbing a woman walking near Adastra Gardens. Last month, the advisory says, during daylight hours in a heavily populated area, 2 men armed with handguns robbed customers waiting in the drive-thru line at a local restaurant. Armed assailants have placed random items in the street as impromptu roadblocks so unassuming drivers would stop and could be robbed. Embassy officials caution U.S. citizens that a man was shot at Potter's Ski near the base of the Paradise Island Bridge at a time when tourists were still frequenting the area. The advisory points out the recent spike in the number of reported rape cases here in New Providence and cites recent warnings from police to women to be especially vigilant. The embassy says in October, a U.S. citizen who resides in the Bahamas was kidnapped and violently raped while walking home. It warns that the local water sports industry is only loosely regulated, and since July, there have been at least 3 reported sexual assaults on U.S. citizens, including minors, by jet ski operators on Paradise Island. It tells its citizens that home invasions in Nassau have become more numerous and violent, referring directly to last week's invasion of a home in Blair, which resulted in the murder of one of that home's residents. The embassy also says that back in August, a U.S. citizen was the victim of a home invasion and attempted sexual assault in the Cable Beach area. U.S. officials warn their citizens that with the holiday season approaching, there is often an increase in criminal activity, therefore advising them to be aware of their surroundings and to maintain a high level of vigilance, as well as to take appropriate steps to enhance their personal security. This latest advisory, which again puts the Bahamas' crime problem under the international spotlight, comes less than 2 months after Canadian officials issued an advisory to their citizens traveling to the Bahamas to exercise a high degree of caution. National Security Minister Dr. Bernard Nottage, not responding directly to this latest advisory, said recently that enhanced efforts will be taken to bring about a reduction in the high levels of violent crimes in this country. Corvell Pike from JCN News.